Well, right now, the city of New Britain is demanding that former mayor Erin Stewart pay them back.
Officials say she owes the city nearly $250,000 that she was never supposed to have. Your reporter, Anna Stansfield, is live outside City Hall. So, Anna, what kind of deadline are they giving her?
Well, guys, she's not going to have much time. The city is demanding that she pay them back by August 1st. And on top of that, the Attorney General has launched a separate investigation, this one looking into how funds were handled during certain charity fundraiser events hosted by Stewart. Here's what New Britain leaders say the city is owed: $108,000 for vacation pay and holidays, $32,000 for Stewart's college degree, and $102,000 for legal costs and investigations, bringing the current total to $242,000. In the meantime, the Attorney General and the Department of Consumer Protection is also looking into the mayor's charity. In the past, Stewart held fundraisers at places like Stanley Golf Course. Now they want to get to the bottom of how funds were used for those charity fundraisers. And while they couldn't say much about the investigation, they tell us rules regarding charities are very strict and that the IRS could get involved.
Charity is a really important part of our community, and we want to make sure that consumers have confidence that when they give, whether that's financial donations or in-kind donations to any organization, they know that those organizations are regulated.
And right now, the city of New Britain is also demanding all the money back from Stewart's alleged misuse of city credit cards. They say if they don't get that money back, they're willing to go to court. And we have reached out to Stewart's attorney and haven't heard back. I'm your reporter live in New Britain, Anna Stansfield, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Anna, thank you.